It's all right, guys. Here we go again. Welcome to another Conversations with Michelle and Stacy. I'm Stacy.
Oh, Michelle.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Oh, I'm having one of those days, but it's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better. It is. Don't you worry. Don't worry. We got this. We got this.
It's not how it starts, how it's finished, right?
That's how it finishes. You're absolutely right. Guys, today we want to take this opportunity to thank you for taking a look at our channel. Those of you who've gone ahead and subscribed, I want to thank you and say that we appreciate you greatly. And we want to encourage you to tell your friends, your family, your cousin, your pets, whoever. there, are two, there are two women who have this goal to really touch the lives of others in a way that's going to be impactful in a positive way by God's grace. We're hoping that what we do here is meaningful. And with that said, we want to go ahead and tell you about today's topic. Um, do you want me to continue, Michelle?
Good job.
All right, thank you. Today we're going to talk about spring cleaning and purging your lives inside and out. Michelle and I were talking. We always have conversations, and that's why we figured we'd have this platform here to share with you guys as well. Um, it's about to be spring in a couple of days, in a few days, and this is another opportunity to start over, to purge, to make assessments and decide what it is that we need to, make an inventory and deciding what it is that we need to get rid of. Not just clothes, not just, shoes, but sometimes purging relationships. And with that too, there are also things in our lives where we're not feeling very comfortable and we want to make changes physically too with our little bit of insecurities. What do we want to get rid of? Those extra 5 pounds, the bad temper.
30, 45, 100.
Okay, stop it. You trying to be invisible? Oh my gosh, that's too funny. So yes, with that said, let's get this conversation started.
I have a question for you as we start.
Yeah.
What being transparent, like we said we're gonna be, what are some of the insecurities you're looking or spring cleaning, that's just the insecurities. What are some of the spring cleanings you're in your head that you want to do as spring comes around?
Stretch marks, extra 5 pounds, maybe 10 pounds, some debt, some relationships need to be purged because they're bringing me down. So yes, it's that being transparent. There are a couple of things inside and out that I definitely want to work on. No, I wasn't kidding about the stretch marks. I went online doing some research. No, being transparent,
Turmeric.
Michelle.
I heard
Huh?
it's really good for stretch marks.
Say
So
what?
turmeric, the turmeric, like you use the
Oh,
turmeric and you rub it on whatever it is, it helps lighten it and just like clears out. You're like
yeah.
you mix it with other things, but that helps, definitely helps. The raw turmeric or the turmeric that comes in the powder form, I
Okay.
heard it helps with stretch marks. Yes.
No, I
And
used that too. A while ago, I did a DIY, like one of those masks with yogurt and turmeric to help get rid of like the hyperpigmentation. So I never thought about that. And to those of you listening, it's just my thing that I want to work on because there are a lot of things that some of us can we hold on to. We don't have it as a problem.
yeah,
Some of us like the extra 5 pounds, especially if it goes the right places. I don't have it like that because mine decided to just it doesn't always go the way you want. But if there's something that you can do, if there are things in your life that you can control, things that you can add, things that you can remove, like I said, every day is a new dawning and we have new opportunities to start afresh. But we like the new year's, we like the beginning of spring to definitely mentally prepare ourselves to start those cleanses.
yeah. Like for me, being transparent, my weight, like I'm like, it's a struggle. I'm like, why I'm not when I had Elizabeth, my
Yeah.
daughter, I lost, like I told you, a couple of pounds. Like I'm good. I'm getting back to my goal weight. And all of a sudden, it just crept in and kept coming back and coming back. And now I'm looking at the skin, I'm like, who is this person? I don't know
Uh-huh.
this person. So I have been walking in the morning for a couple of minutes every day. I'm trying to exercise. I do like the 10 minutes exercise at home now. And I'm trying to drink as much water as I can to see how I can get my spring body, my summer body,
Summer
or a healthy body, I should say.
There you go.
Because honestly, the size that I am right now is not healthy in my mind. Because I'm like, I tell myself, you know what, Michelle, this is not what you look like, and all these extra flabs, and I'm like, what is this? So it's like
Yeah.
it's playing in my mind. So for me, a healthy mind, a healthy body is a healthy mind, and it goes back
Both
together.
ways.
Yeah, and it's definitely down in me in terms of getting back to the size I want to be, to weight I desire to be. That's a
Yeah.
big thing for me.
Yeah. We all, like I said, we all have our thing, and we don't necessarily want to obsess about it. We want to approach it in a healthy way where we can strive to be better. As
Yeah,
long as you're alive, we're working on our relationships with our families, but also we talked about self-care not too long ago. And that's part of it, like making sure that we're in a place where we can perform at our best so that we can give our best too,
yeah.
right?
We can't give our best if we're not our best.
Exactly. So I know that we mentioned, I'm not going to say, well, health, is definitely important. My little thing that I mentioned was rather superficial, but it doesn't take away from the fact that certain insecurities do, you know definitely take a toll on you. And self acceptance is also very important. So when we're able to assess and decide, hey, there's something I can do about this, so this is something I have to accept, it's very, very important to know where to draw the line,
Yeah.
where to, you understand what I'm saying? Without saying, hey, like, whatever it is, if you want to change your hair.
Yeah. Maybe you need an accountability partner to help you in whatever it is.
Yes, so that you don't go astray. This is a time where people get their new cuts for the season, like new haircuts and whatever have you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a super fun time. The flowers about to bloom, and you wanna
Every time.
your favorite time, spring. That's right. Yeah, it's about to bloom, and this is definitely a chance to say, hey, what do I want to do? And we mentioned spring cleaning our homes and our lives as far as friendships and bad habits go too, right? Not exercising, not drinking enough water. And we can actually just touch on the relationship parts of it, Michelle.
Yeah.
Can you think about a couple people that you need to purge out your life? I mean, we're 3 months in, and like we're always making like plans
Do
to
you have
have a better year.
a question?
Yeah,
You sure? You think
go
the
ahead
world's
and answer
really
that question.
that transparent? Yeah, definitely there are people. There are people who are, sometimes you hold on to people and you hold on to them because you're like, you have hopes that they're going to change and they will see, or maybe they'll see the good in you and stuff like that, and end up not being the same that your thought process is. So, yeah, there are different people in my life. I'm like, yeah, I love you, I forgive you, or whatever it is, but I cannot be around you because it's not healthy for me. So I have to love you from a distance. Me not being close to you does not mean I don't love you. It just means I love you enough to know that I cannot be around you.
Yeah,
And I have to just step aside and let you live happily in
yeah,
that corner while I live happily in this corner. So, yeah,
yeah. So,
members, friends, yeah.
yeah. So this is definitely the time because they're about to invite you to that barbecue. So while it's spring and you take an inventory of everything else, there's relationships where you want them at their corner. Make sure they don't send you that invitation. Like, listen, I don't want that invitation to the barbecue. I don't want to come to that outing or boat ride or whatever it is that people tend to get into when the season gets when it gets hotter outside. So it's very, very important to
Thanks. Thanks.
say what.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Thank you, but no thank you. Exactly. And then it helps because taking regular inventory of where you are, financially, we check our accounts. We for work, they're always like trainings and seminars that people have to take to make sure that they're sharp. So we
Yeah,
have to keep ourselves sharp. So I'm thinking that, hey, take this opportunity, and like we're talking about a bunch of different things, but it's just a little indicator that, hey, you take inventory of your life, see what needs to be ransacked and what you have to shuffle through, and you
great.
understand what you have to keep and what you have to throw away. Let me stop.
Yeah.
Jamaican people gonna be like, she need to stop. Take inventory of what you need to get rid of, pretty
Yes.
much.
Yes. Yes. There are a lot of things too. What are some of the things that you want to let go of in terms of relationships? Not being that transparent. Because
um yeah, my relationships, like I've recently just um I'm trying to define a lot of my relationships and have an understanding of what's expected from me and what I want to share, what I want to give of myself.
yeah.
And just, it's part of growing up. I'm almost 40. And yeah, it's okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes, guys, I'm almost 40. Anyway, I'm almost 40 and I really want whatever God gives. We don't know, but I want for me personally to just take account of where I am and making sure that I am growing, I am learning, ever learning, ever growing,
Yeah.
including in my relationships too.
Yeah. A
Yeah.
healthy relationship is definitely necessary.
Yes.
Yeah.
And getting rid of those that are not very healthy, or just like I said, having those boundaries. Oh, having those boundaries are
That
definitely,
the word
that word is very important.
it's definitely important to have boundaries. Like I've listened to a sermon from Stephen Furtick recently, and he preached about how people put you in um like a fish belongs in a fish tank. And being a bird cannot survive in a fish tank. He used an
Hmm.
analogy. And he's like, sometimes people put you in a fish tank when you're a bird, and people put you in the water when you're a bird, and like vice versa. And he
Yeah.
said that it's not healthy. You have to determine what you stood in. Because he said even as him as being a husband, he thought that he would be a handyman because his father was a handyman around the house.
Yeah.
His wife's father was a handyman around the house. And he said his wife is a better handy woman,
Person. Yeah.
handyman. And he said that doesn't define him, but he's learned to accept who he is. He might not be able to be a handyman, but he learned to accept who he is.
Yeah.
So I say this to say, sometimes you in your spring cleaning, people want you to be something that they're not, and they put you in a pedestal that you didn't put yourself in. And sometimes you have to let go of people's thoughts about you in
Hmm.
order for you to grow. Because if
Yeah.
you continue to be in the shadows of everyone else who what they want you to be, you cannot grow. And that's part of
Exactly.
spring cleaning. You gotta clean your mind of what people's thought process of you are. Like you're not, you can't tell me that I'm this when I know to
Exactly.
myself that I'm this. So your expectation of me is different from who I really am.
Hmm. No, that's so important, Michelle. Thank you. I needed that. Thank you very much. Um, because if you don't know who you are, if you don't assess your life, if you're holding on to the wrong things or the wrong people, you're going to continue being lost and trying to go through the different seasons but not necessarily seeing any change.
Yeah.
So it's definitely important to know who you are, know what you want, and by God's grace move forward towards those things if it's according to God's will, because the,
Correct.
the plan is to be better, and you understand,
Yeah.
and just
Yeah.
have positive things come to you and out of you. So it's definitely very important to know where you stand in your own life. That was
If
deep.
you had to sum up something to encourage someone who is looking at this video, what would your summary be in terms of spring cleaning? What would you advise them to?
Yes. So we have to ask God to cleanse us with that hyssop. We need to be cleansed. We need to be renewed. We need our minds and our spirits renewed all the time. And a lot of times we carry baggage along around that we don't need to. Remind me of a Michael Todd sermon, or Todd Michael. No, Michael Todd. Jesus have mercy. Yes. I don't know. I'm getting excited. Yeah, so we carry baggage around that we don't need to. So my advice to you is just to definitely know what's going on. Ask God to guide you. Ask God to lead you. A lot of things that He didn't mean for us to carry around, we take that on ourselves.
Yeah.
So with this season, with what we're trying to say and summing it up, like you just said, let go, but also put on the
Yeah.
things that you need to, the things that are going to take you to the next level and help you excel. Those are the things that you need to be aware of and go find during this new season.
Yeah.
Not just not just getting rid of old shoes, but getting your sneakers. You can go to a sports store, get some new sneakers and go for that ride, because it's going to help propel your life into the
It's
greatest season that God has for you.
definitely helps. With for me, walking in the morning has definitely helped me to be a better mom, be a better wife, be a better friend because it cleanses me in the morning. It gives my time to like
Yes.
either have a conversation or pray, whatever it is. But it's me time. So it's like it made me better. So I encourage anyone who wants to be in a weight journey. Find someone, and honestly, it's hard. It's easier said than done to motivate yourself sometimes because you're like, oh, I can't, I don't want to. I
Yeah.
want to, but I don't want to. And just take the first step, like I did. Just go walking. It's that simple. Just go walking, go, and then you can lead to running and then using weights, whatever it is. There are YouTube videos at 10 minutes, and 10 minutes, it may seem like a long time, but it's not a long time. If you do 10 minutes every other day or every day, whatever how you want to just start it off,
Sorry.
it'd be easier. So I encourage um whoever's in the weight journey who wants to lose weight, take the first step. It's easy. It gets easier as it goes.
Yeah.
Just want to say, guys, thank you for watching our video today. I hope you like, love, share, subscribe, all the good things,
Yes.
and come back again. We love you. Bye bye.